We all have goals, from dunya goals to Jannah goals, but most of us end up daydreaming about it without having a system or a process in achieving them because we just think they are just impossible. But I'm here to tell you that nothing is impossible as long as you have Allah. Assalamu alaikum my girls, welcome or welcome back. When setting goals, start with intentions. Setting goals with intentions allow you to align your personal growth with your faith and values. It helps you in removing the way of I need to do this myself. Instead, switch towards my success is only by Allah. Whatever your goal is, it's impossible for you, but it's not impossible for Allah. It also gives you that sense of purpose and a joy in pursuing your goals, even if things are not going your way. Because you have a strong tawakkul in Allah, you know that His timing is perfect and His decisions are perfect. Every action is judged by intention, so begin by clarifying your intentions and making all your personal development goals, financial goals, relationship goals, and any goals that you have for the sake of Allah. For example, if your goal is to start waking up early, try to make the intentions to wake up for Fajr and then have a productive morning for the sake of Allah. If your goals is financial goals, make the intentions for it to become a source of goodness for you and also a source of goodness for humanity. Another example is if your goal is health goal, make the intentions to work on your health for the sake of Allah because our body is an amana. Write down your intentions and then set a clear goal. We need to know where we're heading when setting goals, and we need to be audacious. When setting goals, we are often limited by our mindset. We avoid going after certain goals because we just feel like they are unattainable, and then we just set our goals based on the things that we feel like it's realistic and the goals that we know we can achieve, which only keeps us in our comfort zone. I used to have this mindset a lot, and sometimes it does creep to me every now and then when I'm trying to write down my goals, and sometimes I just be like, whoa, maybe I'm just dreaming too much. We need to separate setting goals with what is actually realistic. Don't limit yourself in setting goals that you know clearly in your mind you want. Set aside your limiting belief. Get a journal and just write down your wildest dreams. Think about what you're doing, how you're being, what are you experiencing, what are you creating. You don't need to give yourself a timeline if you don't want to. I personally think that giving myself a timeline is just me creating an unnecessary pressure for my brain. As long as I stay disciplined and I'm focused, that's all that matters. Allah's timing is the best, and He will do it whenever He knows that that timing is right for you. But of course, everyone have their own way of doing this. If you feel like setting a timeline for yourself will help you stay disciplined and grounded, then absolutely go for it. When writing down your goals, don't stop and think about, is this achievable or not? Because remember, you're trying your best and you're leaving the rest to Allah. Now that you have your goals, think about the problems you might face when trying to pursue your goals. For example, if you're trying to be in the creative space, like maybe creating a YouTube channel or an Instagram, and you know you don't know how to edit, don't limit yourself. Don't let your ego come across. Admit that and actively work on improving that. Now that you have your intentions, your goals, and you also have a problem, it's time to diagnose the problem. When trying to solve a problem, you need to dig down and see what is the root cause of it. Let's say you have a spiritual goal and you want to start praying 5 times a day, or you want to start reading the Quran daily. When you're trying to solve a problem like that, you need to dive deep and think about what is the root cause of the issue. This is when it is useful to use the why technique. The idea of it is to ask ourselves why until we understand. For example, let's say the goal is to pray 5 times a day. You can start by asking yourself, why am I not praying 5 times a day? The answer might be, maybe I don't have enough time. Then you ask yourself, why don't I have enough time? Because I don't put things in place to make it easier for me and I don't feel like doing so. Why is that the case? Maybe because I feel like other things are more urgent and I've put those things as priority. The reason for the why is for us to understand that when we are trying to work on a goal that we dearly want to achieve and we feel like we're not making progress at all, it might be an internal problem. And our goals is not priority enough for us to chase it. When we are trying to pursue a goal, whether spiritual, emotional, financial, whatever our goal is, we have to have a strong internal motivation. We have to make it important enough to make it a priority. Like the example of the prayer, if the prayer is priority enough, we will make time for it, no matter what we do and no matter how we feel. There is no internal drive, so it gets pushed away. You can apply this to any situation or goal that you have. Since we have the intentions, the goal, the problem, the diagnosis, and we've acknowledged what is keeping us away from achieving our goals, it's time to create a solution and put some system in place so we can achieve it. Going back to the example of the prayer, we can now make the intentions to pray, ask Allah for help, study more about Islam and the importance of prayer, and also schedule our day around our salah so it becomes more easier. And anything that is distracting us from doing so, it's something that we need to get rid of. Another thing is taking a travel prayer mat wherever we go so it can be much more easier. When you have a system in place, it gives you a to-do list and it makes everything much more easier. And another thing you need to do is to execute your goals. Quoting Ray Dalio, people who are good at this stage can reliably execute a plan. They tend to be self-disciplined and proactive rather than reactive to the blizzard of daily tasks that can divert them from execution. They are results-oriented. They love to push themselves over to the finish line to achieve the goals. Which what he said is great. We need to be self-disciplined when chasing our goals, and we need to be proactive and not let daily tasks and just daily life keep us away from achieving our goals. But it's also good to understand that you need self-compassion. You need to have fun. You need to practice self-care, and more importantly, the final step, you need to trust Allah. Hold on to tawakkul and always take the step to move forward. Don't feel like it's a failure when things doesn't go as planned. See it as a trial, a way for you to receive something greater, a way for you to improve your connection with Allah and also discover yourself beyond your imagination. When we let go and hold on to tawakkul, chasing the goal becomes more easier and it becomes more fun as well, because you understand that Allah is planning for you more than you are planning for yourself, and Allah has decreed a time for everything. If you want to start 2025 strong, organized, and also practicing self-care and nourishing your feminine energy while pursuing your goal, make sure to check out my Notion planner in the description below. It is an all-in-one organization planner that will help you in every stage of achieving your deen and dunya goals while having fun with it. Also check out all of my social media. They will be in the description below. Subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me a cute comment as well, and you can also leave me any self-development question that you have. I love to read your comments and also reply to you girls. Thank you so much for watching, and inshallah I will see you in my next one. Bye bye. Assalamu alaikum.